Hi everyone, how are you today? On a Thursday night, a wet Glasgow evening. Tonight I want to talk about a great story about what happens when your skin and you turn 30. Have you noticed the changes? And you're thinking, oh, what's happening here? Before I go any further, I want to say that I'll be doing the 40s and the 50s in the coming weeks, so listen up here. But this is just for you gorgeous 30-year-olds. I want to chat to you about it. Okay, so have you went into a state of panic when you turned 30? Did you go, oh God, this is a decade I'm supposed to be growing up and no longer tapping mummy and daddy for money? You really, is this what the feeling's like? So you feel like that, and then you've noticed that not only is your mind changing, all of that stuff, but you're thinking, what is going on with my skin? And I don't know about you, but when I turned 30, I remember that I couldn't eat the same foods. I remember that dairy, which never really bothered me in my 20s, started to really bother me in my 30s. Dairy and wheat, I remember having to really cut them down dramatically. I couldn't digest things as well now that I was getting into my 30s. Also, I seemed to need more sleep, definitely needed more sleep. So have you noticed that? What about your skin? Is your skin changing? Because it is changing. So the main thing, the reason the skin is changing is because the skin renewal cycle is slowing down. As we get older, it's slowing down. It used to run at a really fast pace, the runner's pace, and now it's slowing down to a nice fast jog, right? And that's how I need you to think about it. So the whole top layer of the skin is the epidermis. There's 5 layers in the epidermis. At the bottom of the epidermis, the basal layer is where the skin cells start to form and work their way up through the layers, and as they work up through the layers, the skin cells start to harden to form this protective layer on the outside and become, it's called keratinized, and eventually they get to the top outside layer, the stratum corneum, and they then shed off. But when we get to our 30s, this process, the skin renewal process, slows down. That is what is happening here. Now it can slow down, and I need you to think about those dead skin cells like bricks in the wall. You've got more bricks in the wall because it's slowed down, and bacteria can get trapped underneath. And when the bacteria happens underneath these dead skin cells, blocked in the skin, you can get breakouts, right? Your skin becomes sensitized. It looks really dull, and that's what can happen, okay, when you reach 30. So how are we going to cope with that, right? So grab your face cloths, because I'm going to chat about how that's going to help massively. So we want to really speed up the skin renewal system, and all the things I'm going to talk about is going to do that. What you need to know is that when you're in your 20s, your skin cell renewal takes about 1 month, 4 weeks to renew. Okay, in your 30s, this is up to 6 weeks. That's how much it slows down. 6 weeks, my goodness. So, first of all, did you get any spots? Have you got spots now that you're 30? Have you got any spots? Right? So, what you need to know is that we're going through another hormonal change, and women especially are prone to this. You've not had acne as a teenager, and suddenly acne is happening. You're thinking, my God, what's going on? And women go through more of this. There's more women with adult acne than there is guys. However, it can be due to taking the contraceptive pill, pregnancy, the hormonal changes, and really also for guys and women, the daily stresses of life. You know, you're producing much more cortisol in the body in response to the stress, and that's causing more oil production. That's what can happen to you, and why you're getting this breakout. So I think what you really need to know is you have to be vigilant in keeping your skin cleansed properly with something that's going to dissolve the oil to normalize the skin to really stop and prevent these breakouts, okay? So that's why I was talking about the face cloth. So when I want you just to do this, if you're not doing this and you're getting prone to the breakouts, I want you to think, oh, you need to get some of this dead skin off. So to speed this up, get some of the dead skin off. When you put on your cleanser, massage it all over the face and get the face cloth rinsed out in lukewarm water, and then take all the debris, the grime and the bacteria off your skin at the same time. The face cloth at night is acting like an exfoliator. Okay, the face cloth acts like a gentle exfoliator, and that's helping shed more skin cells. When you shed more dead skin cells off, this basal layer is going to start producing more fresh ones. So face cloth is key. Right, now another thing I like to talk about is how else you're going to speed up the skin renewal and bring it back to, and that's what we've got to focus on in your 30s, bring it back to a 28-day cycle, is using a nice scrub. Okay, a nice skin scrub. I like you to use this at night a couple of times a week after cleansing. So get the makeup off first, then use the appropriate cleanser. I know I'm nagging about all of this, and then I want you to get the scrub and work it in. It should be something that's not harsh. You know, we're not thinking about the Brillo soap pad stuff, but a really nice mild exfoliant, and using the skin scrub twice a week. If you've got a breakout or if you've got very oily skin, I would even up it to 3-4 times a week till it clears a bit, and then bring it back to 2 times a week. Okay, so remember, if you have got active spots, it's not good to over moisturize that area. You're feeding the spots. Why put more moisturizer on top of an area where you're already producing enough of your own moisturizer? That's it. So what if your skin becomes dry? Has that happened to you? So we talked about if you get acne and spots. What if you turn 30 and your skin feels dry? And the reason for this in most of us is because our natural moisturiser and ceramides in the skin were not producing just as much, and hyaluronic acid is one of them that we naturally produce in the body, and we don't produce the same amount in our 30s. So if your skin is looking dry, I would definitely use a good cleanser like a vitamin antioxidant type cleanser. I still think it's a good idea to use the face cloth here to take off excess dead skin cells, and then I would ensure that you put on a really good moisturiser. Good ingredients like hyaluronic acid, lipids, ceramides. Look for those types of moisturisers and put them on. When you've put them on to your feeling dry, tight skin, okay, let it absorb, wait for 5-10 minutes, and does it feel tight anywhere? If it does, reapply. I've got not a problem with you reapplying it. Okay, so we've talked about the skin renewal, all of that, and how to look after your skin. It's all about speeding up the skin renewal cycle, so what you can speed it up. Pro tip, okay? Now, what do you really want to think about when you turn 30? And this is my wee tip at the end of all my videos now that I want you to think about. I would think that this is the decade where you really have to get into healthy nutrition. Yes, healthy nutrition and a healthy lifestyle. Start to, if you can't cook, learn to cook. Learn to cook from fresh foods. Try to think about it that way. Your nutrition level. Go and find an exercise class that you're going to help your body to remain as strong and healthy as it can. Take up yoga, Pilates. Okay, all of these things are going to help you cope with the daily stress of life too. So, lovely to see you all. I hope if you've got any questions that you can feel free to put them in the comments below. Any questions about your skin that you need help with. Also, you can email me at joan@jlformulations.com. Happy to help. Have a fantastic week and look forward to speaking to you 40-year-olds next week. Take care. Bye.